Namaste and welcome to the Essence of Knowledge weekly meeting. This meeting is a part of the Essence of Knowledge program. This program is for all the seekers of knowledge and it is available for free on gyanmarg.guru. Everybody is most welcome to join. And in these meetings, I try to answer your questions of the participants of the program and I try to help them to complete the program. So as usual, we can start our meeting. If there are any questions, please ask by writing. All questions are most welcome. Sunil is asking, when I forget to maintain awareness in any situation and later on I am recalling in mind the same in awareness, my question is, does it mean visualizing the same situation exactly? And my mind tends to correct my previous actions in mind while visualizing how it should be. It is simply remembering. Even if you don't visualize each and every scene, it should not matter. Today this happened. I went there, I talked to this person. Just 5 to 10 seconds. That's all. And this recall of the event should be done in awareness, which means not considering yourself as mind-body, not bringing in the old identification. That's all. If you can visualize something, or sometimes the visions will come automatically because this is the quality of the mind. If you recall, some perception of that event is also recalled. So you can see something getting recalled, you can hear something. In any way, you need to simply remember what happened. And there is no need to remember each and every detail. If the visions, etc., they are seen, okay, no problem. There is no need to visualize everything in extreme detail. No need. Your intention matters, not the actual ritual. The ritual to recall, it is a ritual, small ritual, should have this intention behind it. I am going to be aware. This simply sends a very strong signal to the mind that it is okay, I forgot to be aware, but now I am aware. And it will also put some impression there. It will impress on the memory, mind. And when the same event, similar events, if they happen next time, that impression will help to bring the awareness. And this is the method. This is the process that we are trying to do. It should not be considered like a magic. Okay, something happened. I was not aware. Now let me go through that event. Some magic will happen. No. It is your training. That's all. Mind training. No magic. If you do it 2 or 3 times, then the magic happens. What is the magic? Your awareness will be there when that same event is happening. Similar event. Let us imagine, for example, when you meet somebody, seeing that person is enough to make you forget. You are back in the old identification. There can be something issue there. But if you do this ritual of recalling in awareness, and you do it for, let us say, 3 or 4 meetings with that person, the 5th meeting will happen in awareness. That means the ritual is working. Hopefully. It is our duty to do it, try something if we cannot keep the awareness on. And if the mind goes into imagination instead of recall, for example, it starts imagining some alternative actions. This went wrong, I should have done this, and then it imagines that. So it is not recalling now, it is imagining. There is a difference between recall and imagination. Recall refers to something that actually happened in the world. It should point to that kind of experience. Imagination is that which never happened, which probably will never happen in future also. So, assuming that you are recalling in awareness, you will catch the mind imagining. And you will see, the intellect will see that, okay, ritual is not happening. There is a fault in my ritual. Instead of simply recalling, faithfully. I'm imagining something. I'm cooking up a story. Not I, because there is awareness here. So my mistake here, you will not say that I'm imagining. You will say that some imagination is coming up. You see, this statement reflects awareness. So immediately correction will happen. The recall will happen as it happened in the original situation. What to do to avoid imagination? First, awareness should be there. That will avoid it. You will catch it. You will catch the mind drifting into imagination. Second, keep it short. If you keep the recall very short, 10 seconds, 5 seconds, then you will not get lost into imaginary things. That is another trick. After this recall, this ritual is done, you can imagine whatever you want. In awareness, I should have done that. I should have said that. And the imaginations, the pictures will come up. And watch them in awareness. There is no need to suppress what is happening, but there is a need to be aware. So another way to make it powerful is to repeat the same ritual after some time. See, after 1 hour, you repeat the same thing. This event happened. I was not aware. In 10 seconds, you recall what happened. Visualize whatever you want to visualize. There is no problem. Do not go into imagination. Catch yourself. If the mind goes into imagination, bring it back on the actual event. That is the repetition. So those who are interested, those who are passionate about the awareness practice, they can add fuel into the fire. Turn on the wattage of the light of awareness. Turn up the wattage. See, what can you do? You see, this is the quality of a good seeker, that they keep trying to find ways to make their practices, sadhana, better and better, more and more powerful. They try this, then they try that. Sometimes we say that don't try, this will never come by trying. There is no trying. But you can try to train the mind so that the recall happens. The awareness happens. The awareness will not happen by trying, but the mind can be trained, deliberately trying. So more such methods are given in your lesson, step number 4 lessons. To utilize reminders, I am aware. Write it down wherever you see more frequently, on your window, make a wallpaper of it, on your clothes, or small, the occult people use that a lot, reminders, the ornaments, ring on your finger, but that ring is not magical, or a necklace in your neck, that is not magical. What is magical is your intention behind it. Let us say, ring on your finger. Do not use your old ring, buy something new, attractive, put it on, and put an intention into it that whenever I see this ring, I'll become aware of my true nature. I'll recall all the teachings, I'll recall all the knowledge, and I'll keep it on. I won't forget. This is called intention. That is also mentioned in your program, how to make a powerful intention. And these rituals, they make the intention powerful. That's all they do. These rituals, they do not magically bring awareness. They make your intention very strong. Find such things. If something works for you, keep doing it. But we don't recommend all these things too much, because you will become dependent on those things. One day you are not wearing the ring. Now you will see that you are unable to remember yourself. So do it, but do not become dependent on it. External reminders, they should enforce your intention, but they should not become a dependency. So the recall method is repetition of events is much better, because there is no external dependency. You are not depending on anything. You do the ritual whenever you are in awareness. Recall whatever happened in non-awareness, darkness, and There is no external dependency there. It is only the mind, nothing else. So try to find something like this. There is another way that, let us say, same example, that one person makes you unaware completely because of some issues, must be some karmic issues. So you should make a very strong intention that whenever I see this person, I'll double my awareness. I'll make it 10 times. Make an intention, and that will work. You will see the effects after many days, because these things take time, practices. That whenever you are facing that person, even if you have no mood of being aware, you're not in a mood, still the awareness will come because of the strong intention. There is a lot of power in intention. And I'm giving you another example to show what is intention. It is very deep in the mind. It is an impression which goes very deep in the mind. So let us say you have a flight in the morning, 6 o'clock. You must get out of your house by 6 o'clock morning. You sleep with this intention. You turn on the alarm also in your clock that I'll get up at 4 o'clock. Very strong intention, because there is a need, urgency. It is important for you. You will see that that strong intention makes very deep impression. And you do the ritual of setting the alarm and putting everything in the bag and so on, packing. You will see that just before the alarm rings, you will be awake. Many people have this kind of experiences. They get up exactly just before the alarm rings, or even before that, 15 minutes before that, half an hour before that. Why? You can call it intention, you can call it worry, but there's something, some mechanism in the mind. Sometimes it is exactly 1 minute before the alarm. And then these people wonder, how does the mind know that it is 4 o'clock? How does it know to wake itself up exactly at that time? How could it find the time? Now, that is another thing. It is a universal mind. It is not your mind. So it goes very deep. That's what I know. That's what I'm trying to say here, so that you can utilize this power of mind, power of intention in your spiritual practice. Sunil is saying, I also have the similar experience. Yes, many people must be having this. This is how you set up the intention. Many people must have received this message from me as a response to their weekly reports. Make your intention strong. Try to learn. In something like this I write sometimes. It is just picked from the drop down list. I don't write for everybody. So now you know what is the meaning of intention here. Desire, love, commitment. They bring the awareness, and you cannot force it. It is not possible to set up a ritual to bring awareness. No, it is not possible. But it is possible to program the mind. It is a machine. You can do it. Not only it is possible to program it to do something like this, our path of knowledge practice, it is possible to do anything at all. Anything can be manifested if you have a strong intention and the right ritual. Now we have left the path of knowledge, and this is the occult path. I just gave you the hint. Okay, Joshua has a question. I'm noticing my awareness is now extending into dream states. I have experience with projected states since I was young. It was amazing, but I was ignorant and convinced myself it was delusion. It happens again now, but I have little ability to control and I get confused. Should I keep focusing on awareness and abiding while awake and allow this to evolve naturally? Or is there something more I could do to progress? Maybe I am getting ahead of myself. Please let me know if I am. I want to explore. I am very happy that you have a natural talent. But as you said, this is a distraction. You are getting distracted. Your job is not awareness. Your job is not dreams and other states. On the step number 3, your job is verification of the teachings. Let me know if you are doing that. If you have read the instructions clearly about verification, after that there will be an exam. You get 1 month time to verify it, the teachings. And after exam, you will be given the awareness practice, which will go for 3 months, because as a part of program. Otherwise, the awareness practice will last for whole of your life, if you are interested, obviously. And after that, when the awareness is steady in daytime, you can do other practices which are advanced practices. They are beyond the path of knowledge. They are occult practices. So it is too early to worry about these things. Why do I say that? Because if there is no awareness in waking state, there is no chance of being aware in other states. No chance. The darkness is complete. The mind is totally unprepared, untrained. Not only that, these practices require additional methods, protection and so on. You see, it is not simple thing now. It is not a child's play. Waking state does not require anything, so it is a part of our program. So preparation itself will take a few years to get into dreams and some other states, near physical states, because there are many states, isn't it? It all starts by awareness in waking state in important events of your life. Your life is nothing but waking state. And the awareness in waking state will not happen if the evidence is not taken. If you are not convinced that I am not this body mind, I am not any experience, if this evidence is not obtained, it is not evident to you, it is not totally obvious to you, then there is no chance of awareness. Whatever you are calling awareness in your childhood and all was simply alertness, because I don't think that this self-knowledge would be there in those days. I am not sure, but usually children and these people, those who are not on the path, they do not have any kind of knowledge. And that state which you are calling awareness is not awareness as defined in our program. Awareness in our program means a complete recognition that I am the experiencer, not anything else, not any other state, not something which comes and goes, which is there for 5 minutes, then it's not there. I am not all these things, and they are not my states. They are mental states. The word I is removed from these things, these experiences. And how to get a complete knowledge without any doubt? That is called verification, which is your step number 3. Verification is checking the teaching and the evidence that is presented in the program using your own experience and using your own intellect, logic and experience. Nothing else will establish the knowledge. Nothing else. No amount of dreaming, no amount of waking, no amount of practicing. See if it is true. I know probably you already have verified. I know it is true, you will say. Still you need to do it, because otherwise you will not be sent to the step number 4. So this program is very disciplined. You must go step by step and reap the benefits of a disciplined program. Any intelligent person will do that. And anybody who is not serious, who is monkeying around with spirituality, will do whatever they please. They jump from this practice to that practice, this branch to that branch. Then they see another fruit on another tree. They go for it. No discipline. And they learn nothing. And the achievement is 0. So you are fortunate that you are born with an ability. Now, only thing that remains is to polish it formally. So let me know if you are facing any problems in step number 3. These meetings are only for that, to help you get the evidence. After that, I don't worry too much what is happening. The awareness practice totally depends on your interest, dedication, passion. I cannot do much there, isn't it? Except telling you some tricks here and there. So, but the total focus of our meetings is to help the seeker get the evidence. It should not remain an intellectual exercise. It should not remain something which you heard somewhere. These words were written there. These words were spoken there. That is not knowledge. What is knowledge? I know from my personal experience this is true. I have no doubts about it. I have checked it from all angles. It came out to be true. This is knowledge. Otherwise, no amount of practices will be successful. You will call the alertness or little bit of waking awareness in dream state as awareness. You can call it awakeness instead of awareness. It is awakeness, alertness. Little bit of waking state mixes into the dream. That's all. Which is good sign, but it is not awareness. So awareness needs to be cultivated. It is a result of knowledge. And then everything happens very naturally. Even if you don't practice, Mother Nature will take you there. Where complete awareness 24/7, non-stop, unbroken awareness. This is called the Turiya state. And then all the states become one state. You won't say that it is dream state. You won't say it is waking state. There is no question of projected states. These all become one state. You can say it is a long dream now, eternal dream. So Mother Nature takes you there. It is a result of knowledge. But just like I said, you can add fuel into the fire, put the gasoline in the car of awareness. Then the Mother Nature will speed it up. It is not without grace. It happens through grace only. Human beings can simply put their intention, power of intention into it. So that will speed up achievement of unbroken awareness. That should be the goal of a seeker. Not jumping into other states. That is short goal, small goal. So this program prepares you for that journey. Although there is nothing to obtain, because what will you do with all these states? Everything is impermanent illusion. But since it is happening naturally anyway, we simply help it. We ensure that the seeker does not fall down. That's all we ensure. That is the scope of our program, that we prepare you enough so that you don't fall down. If you want to progress faster, yes, no problem, evolution. If you don't, it is already happening. Simply by joining the path, you have triggered it. Nothing can stop it now, except you yourself, That's why there is some purification section and service section in the program, because they add a lot of fire into the progress. Joshua is saying, as a child, I had no concept that this experience is mental. I am all smiles as I hear your answers. One step at a time, I am with you. Very good. So, understanding what the program does is really important, isn't it? Just like you don't do your practices in darkness, don't do the program in darkness. Understand what the program is doing, how it is designed, what does it achieve, why this step is before this step, why that step is after this step. It will become very clear. So proceed in the program. How can you do it faster? Many people say, no, I want to go fast. Do that step faster. That's all. If you are on step 3, do it faster. If you are in step 4, don't delay your progress. Do it faster. If you are in purification, you see impurities, remove them as fast as you can. That's all. Jumping is not called fast progress. And there is no shortcut. You see, getting the knowledge is itself the biggest shortcut in the universe. That is the biggest shortcut that you have already taken. Remember, you can see around you, millions and billions of people don't have it. They are going through the long and very painful path. That is hidden trial. That path is called hidden trial. Sometimes I call it the path of suffering. Nobody likes it. But it is my job to remind people what kind of path that is. That is path of suffering. People learn from suffering. They do a little bit of corrections, 1 or 2 corrections per lifetime. Complete darkness. You have already taken the shortcut. You have already accelerated 1,000 times. Now do not hurry. There is no point now. There is no logic in cutting the path. I don't like it, it's boring, I don't want it. Well, then it will remain boring forever, because as the progress happens, the boring parts, they get over very quickly. What is most boring here? Starting the program is most boring. Listen, write, and now verification. Some people will say intellectual exercise, spirituality must be juicy. I want to get drunk in spirituality. They will remain drunk forever. They won't progress. So hard work and following the instructions is necessary. Already I have reduced as much as possible from your program. No nonsense there. Even one word is not said extra. This is especially true in the version 4 of the program, which is your current version. Version 1 was, I think, 20% nonsense, where I kept telling how bad this world is, how the seekers are, how they don't listen to the guru, and what is the ancient name for experiencer, what is the name in this philosophy, and so on. I cut down everything that I could from the program. There were 10 extra lessons which went into the illusion in detail, removed. You can watch them. It is published now as Vibronics. Then there were many lessons in step number 4, which taught a kind of meditation, meditation and some other rituals, and they were removed because I saw that people get stuck in meditation of some kind. They don't understand what they are doing. So only the bare minimum now. Awareness. Don't do anything. That is the highest meditation. Then you see more stuff was removed, and whatever was missing was added. After awareness practice, the whole program was made optional. There's no need to do it if you think it is boring. If you do it, yes, the progress will happen at the speed of a rocket. So you should understand what this program is doing. And if you resonate with it, yes, this is what I want. I always wanted this thing. Step by step, no nonsense, crystal clear, rocket speed path. Yes, then you're most welcome. You will be helped. Those who are doing the verification, there is a link on step number 3 at the bottom of the page. You must read all the instructions. There is a link at the bottom of the page. It is a link to an article called Verifications of Teachings. You should read that article because there are no lessons in step number 3. So what that article will do, it will cut down your verification in half. And the guidelines will make you finish the verification in half the time, because some lessons need not be verified. Some lessons are just common sense. Some lessons are just informative. So that article mentions what are the key things to verify, and that will ensure your success in the test, exam. Wherever it was possible, I have already cut down. Now, if somebody wants to save the time, they will not benefit by saving it. Already it was cut down a lot. The verification time limit is 1 month. Although you can go on doing verification if you want, but this membership of the meeting will be removed. Why is that? I need at least 4 months to verify. No, you need only 1 day to verify, because it is your own, the verification must be done using your own experience and your own intellect. There is nothing else to do. It is so simple. 1 day is enough. Sometimes simply listening to the lesson will also cause verification to happen. It is so simple and straightforward. If you want, you can do it twice or thrice, because why not? Make sure. And don't worry, if you cannot verify something, you can come and ask in the meeting. That is the purpose of the meeting, nothing else. And even after passing the exam and starting the awareness practices and so on, if any time you get any doubt on the basic teachings, essential knowledge, you can verify it again. Continue doing it as long as it is needed. It takes few minutes only. And if you get stuck, then this meeting is there. I'm here. Even after your program, if you get any doubt, today experiencer is gone, let us say. This imagination can happen. You can send me a message or email. I'll try to help. Dedicated seekers, I never say no. Those who don't understand what is happening in the program, I usually do not help them. I know they are not interested. I mean, why should I lie that I'm helpful and I'm so kind and compassionate? No, I'm not. I'm a very ordinary person. So instead of running after them, do this, do that, I simply manage my own business. I don't bother these people. Shaila is asking, is there something like being very subtly aware of even being aware during the practice? Or is it some kind of imagination? No, this can happen, yes. It is not imagination, it is observation. You observe that there is awareness, and then you observe that this awareness is happening. That's all. It is a recognition of awareness. You can say echo of awareness. Yes, finally I am aware. That you can say it is a knowledge of being aware. So it is circular, yes, that it is referring to itself. The mind is referring to, it is reflecting its own activity. Remember, awareness is also activity. It is a mental activity. It is not you. How do you know it is not you? It comes and goes. So it is simply practice of remembering. And the memory comes and goes. Memory or recall, you can say. Recall of knowledge. Identification drops to body-mind. So sometimes it comes back. That is called light is turned on now. So it will be noticed. And the mind will reflect on it. Yes, this is awareness, it will say. It is very clear. Awareness is not a state where you don't know what is happening. No, it is not. You will have a very clear knowledge. Yes, I am aware. Yes, I am this which is watching. I am this which is listening. I am this which seems to be here in the body. It seems to be, it's not. So all the knowledge will flood in. There is an intensity into it in this process. Still, it is very silent. What is the intensity? Intensity is of the light. The light is on, but it does not make any external expression. Its external expression is not so strong. Only some people will react a little bit. Some will sit straight. Some will open their eyes, look around. Some will close their eyes. Yes, how sweet this is. Some will stop talking. If they are talking, unnecessary talk, suddenly silence. No, I don't need to talk anything, they will say. Sometimes external effects will be seen that this person is now aware, is in knowledge now. The darkness is lifted for a few seconds, few minutes, and there will be internal manifestations like thinking can stop. Some emotions can become stronger, like love and happiness, joy. And immediately there is a peace, which is called blissful state. The mind is also blissful because it is remembering myself, whose nature is bliss. So it gives up every kind of circus and abides in its true nature. This is called abiding. You can say this is one description of abiding, and this is not a rule that this will happen to everybody. No, this is one description. Many other signs will be seen, and yes, one sign is that there is a very clear knowledge. This is awareness. This is how it is. There won't be any confusion in the mind. Am I aware or am I not aware? Am I simply alert? Am I simply paying attention to everything that is happening? If these doubts are coming instead of the light and joy, that means it is not awareness. Let me recall what was said about the experiencer. How does it look like? And something was told in the program. He told me to recall it. I cannot recall what is experiencer. Now, this is not awareness. These thoughts are showing there is no awareness, plus there is no knowledge. The knowledge has made no impression on the memory. No amount of tricks, no amount of intention, no amount of rituals will bring awareness if there is no strong impression in the mind already. How to create the strong impression? Evidence. It must be true for you, just like daylight. It must be bright and obvious. Sun is shining, yes. Is there any doubt? No. Why? It is your own experience. Who are you? I don't know. Somebody said I am this, I am that. I'll try to practice. Nothing will happen. So knowing who you are is very direct realization. Sometimes we use this metaphor of touching a hot pan, but it is not very good. Those who are very sensitive, they don't want to imagine this. So we can use the metaphor of tasting the sugar. You need to taste the sugar to know what is sweetness. No amount of reading about the sugar, chemical analysis of the sugar, or photographs of the sugar, videos of the sugar, talk about the sugar will make you realize what is sweetness. But take 2 or 3 pieces of sugar, put it on your tongue, done. This is called direct evidence, direct experience, which comes through your own instrument. Has it happened? It will happen only if you verify, only if you search for the evidence in your experience. That is called verification. Either it should be completely true or it should be completely false. That is called falsification. You must try to falsify. Do not simply believe. Just like simply believing that sugar is sweet, some people are saying it, very big people in the society and all the authors and gurus are saying sugar is sweet. I'll simply assume, yes, it is sweet. So this is not knowledge. You must taste it again to falsify. It was sweet before yesterday. Is it sweet today or not? Check it again. And then remain in the sweetness, sweet taste of sugar. That is abiding. See, it is simply a result of tasting the sugar, not an effort to feel sweet. Same way, your verification is like tasting the sugar, and then awareness is abiding in this knowledge of sweetness. Awareness is the sweetness, sugar is your own knowledge experiencer. So I think this metaphor is better. It is positive. But hot pan metaphor is very intense. It shows you what is direct experience. It shows you directly. So sometimes I used to say in old satsangs, I say this. How to verify? Dismantle all your knowledge every morning. When you get up from the bed, tell yourself that nothing is right on path of knowledge. It is all false. It is all cooked up imagination, path of knowledge. Tell yourself like this. Throw away the knowledge. Start building from your own experience. And by the time you finish your breakfast, the whole path of knowledge will appear back. How is that possible? Without going through the program, without listening anything, without reading any book, you are telling me that in 1 hour the whole path of knowledge is reconstructed? Try doing this. It is very easy. Because it is the truth. It will be there. You just need to look at it. Everything that was said about the experience and the experiencer will be derived automatically. One line after the other of the teaching will become obvious to you. By the time you finish the breakfast, you will be in awareness. This is the power of path of knowledge. This is how powerful it is. Anybody can try it. It is a very good way to check your own knowledge because you will fail to do it in 10, 20, 30 minutes. You will, if there is a hole in the knowledge, if there is darkness somewhere, you will see that I am stuck here. Shall I sing? I like the way you said it's a reflection in awareness. It is very sweet. I want to hold on to it. Yes, it is possible to keep reflecting. I am aware. Yes, it is very peaceful. But we don't have whole day to do that. So we continue our daily jobs. We continue living our daily life while fully knowing that this knowledge is here. Don't get lost. That's all. You see, that is the awareness. And yes, you can recognize, yes, this is awareness. It is possible to do that. Reflect on it. So once it happened, small story, that I was giving a small introduction of path of knowledge, what is the experiencer and so on, to one person. It was a face-to-face meeting. It was long ago when there was no online meetings, no program. So we were sitting in a cafe, sipping coffee. And I told that fellow, I did not even know that person, young man. I told him, these are the means of knowledge. These are the valid means of knowledge, your own experience and your own logic, intellect that is pure, free from preconceptions, non-judgmental, that kind of intellect. So no, nothing else was told. And he said, yes, it is fine, it sounds good. Now who are you? I just asked. And you will not believe me, he derived the whole path of knowledge in 15 minutes. I did not ask him anything. Describe who you are and something else. Nothing. And he came to his own conclusions. I was never born, I will never die, and so on, you see. Everything. This life is not mine. He used his own terminology. So simply saying that use your own experience, see what you are, check using the logic, that whole knowledge appears. There is no other possibility. The only other possibility is you will start imagining something about yourself or about the knowledge, about the basics. And that is not allowed. On the path of knowledge, imagination is not allowed. You need to stick to direct experience. No concepts, no imagination. But after some time he got stuck. Because it is not also so easy. As soon as you go deeper into path of knowledge, then you will see that there are some issues. Like he said, then who is this person sitting here? So now this goes into the domain of illusion, because you must tell that person now that this is an illusion who is sitting here enjoying the coffee. And many people are not ready for that. So unfortunately, he did not get any knowledge of the illusion, but he got some knowledge of the experiencer. And I was also surprised that this is happening. Same way, knowledge of oneness, sometimes it can happen simply by noticing, are there two? Is there a separation of any kind? Simply by noticing, without going through the formal program, training and all, the knowledge of illusion, knowledge of self, without going through it, that oneness appears for a brief time. That also happened to me when I was talking to somebody else. Without telling anything, I just gave an example that if this body-mind is not true, you are not this body-mind, then where do you start? Where do you end? Where are you? Where is the division? Simply making that person notice what is right now. I could see some light in his eyes and became very silent. And then he went into a shock. What happened? Then he asked me, tell me again, what did you say? And then I said it again, but he could not get it. For one brief moment, his eyes were opened to this final knowledge of oneness, which is not a knowledge, it is simply another recognition. Nothing is known there. So why did that happen, that after 2 seconds he came back in darkness and they did not understand after that anything? I tried for a few minutes, could not understand anything. Because he was not prepared like you people, you guys are getting prepared. You are getting trained to stay in the knowledge so that you don't lose it. Notice what is there without bringing any ignorance, without bringing any assumption, imaginations, and do not even bring the knowledge. There is no need to bring all this knowledge that I was never born and never. Just see, is there any division of any kind? Question mark is important. Putting a question mark on what is happening, only that much. This is called direct experience. Although it is not, you will not experience oneness as an object or as a state of mind. There is a clear recognition. That's all. That is what is done in your chapter on oneness. That I try to take you through some steps. Check where is the division, where is inside, where is outside. All these tricks are used to make you notice. So that event shows that many people have this kind of potential to recognize the highest because they are already highest. There is no knowledge of it. Tattvamasi. You are that, but you don't know it. This kind of joke, practical joke. So everybody is capable. However, that fellow was lost and was never seen again. No interest in knowledge. Why is that? Not everybody can get it. Not everybody is born for it. That is a twist on the joke. So these events, they encouraged me to construct a small program because there are no questions. I am giving you some history lesson here. So that program was called Mini Path of Knowledge, and it was a 7-day program where I went through the main points of Path of Knowledge. Then it was broken into 2 programs. One is called Triagnosis nowadays, which is a short version. It was a 3-day program now. And this major program, which was the longer program. So this is the history. This is based on my own experience, events that happened. It is not that I read somewhere that, look, this is how to conduct a program. No, long experience, many years of trying to open the eyes of people, many years of trying to feed them sugar, a big jar of sugar. Look, this is experience. Hardly anybody gets it. So the distilled version is ready now. This is your Essence of Knowledge program. So I'm just giving you some background so that you are motivated, so that you don't think that it is something random that I collected from here and there and I'm serving it. No, I'm giving you the method using which I got it myself and using which it was given to many. It is not ordinary program. So Kulpreet is saying, thank you so much for creating this and sharing and choosing us. It's beyond fortunate feeling. Yes, very fortunate. And I'm fortunate that I'm able to become a medium for this. But the choice is yours. I did not choose anybody. I don't choose anybody. So it is open. Anybody can choose to do it. Only condition is the instructions must be followed because that is what works. Nothing else will work. It is same as learning to drive a car. If you say, let me push the brake first, then I'll push the accelerator. No. You need to follow the method. Otherwise, it is like this, some people will get a glimpse and they will disappear. They will disappear in the fog of the illusion. They never will be seen again. That is the power of step-by-step disciplined learning. This is very easy, very short. In traditional ashrams and all, the same thing will take many years and probably many thousands of money, of your currency, a lot of time. There are benefits of that also. Some people may like, because it is like a social setting. The guru is present, you can see who is talking. It is not a ghost. And there is a kind of atmosphere and life of being a seeker. But I know many people will not be able to do that. They have jobs, they have families. For these people, this program is useful. Joshua is saying grace. Yes, it is all grace. Without grace, learning is not possible. And I can say with confidence, teaching is also not possible. If there is no support from above, nobody will be able to teach it. So I took these events as a sign of approval. Go ahead, green signal. And that's why I'm teaching. As soon as any other sign comes, that will be stopped. Kulpreet is saying, I am in a long state of peace with this practice. Very good progress. Continue. So never forget this direct experience. That step is not to be done once and then forgotten. No, it is your daily job. Are you there? Is there oneness? Is it all illusion? Whenever you are free, you have nothing to do, cross-check. That will make this impression so strong that even death will not erase it. So today we'll end here. Thank you everybody for attending today's meeting. I'll see you next time. Namaste.